Hi everyone, happy Staffordshire Day. My name is Rose Hampton and I run a sewing blog called Sewing for the Soul, where I teach people how to sew and to make their own clothes. As it's Staffordshire Day, I'm based in Staffordshire, I thought that I would maybe teach a few of you how to do a bit of sewing. So I know that everyone's in isolation at the moment and maybe wanted to try out some new hobbies, and sewing could be that new hobby that you try out today. So for a really easy project for beginners, I'm going to teach you how to make this simple tote bag. So this tote bag is perfect for going to shopping with, getting your groceries, and it's actually quite fashionable as well. So this project will probably take you about an hour to complete, but it's a really good sewing project and it's something fun to do when you've got nothing else to do in isolation. So yeah, go grab your fabric, grab your sewing machine, and let's get started.
So all you need for this project is some fabric. I used fabric which was 17 inches wide and 36 inches long. However, you can make the bag to whichever size suits you. You'll need some matching thread, some scissors and a measuring tape, as well as some pins and a bit of chalk. So I measured my fabric at 17 inches wide, which was the top of the fabric where I'm cutting now, and 18 inches from the bottom of the fabric, which was cut on the fold, to the top of the fabric. So you can see when I open it up, we've got a nice big bit of fabric. So next we're going to finish off the top of the bag. So this will be the opening of the bag at the top. So what I'm doing here is folding it in by 1/4 inch and then folding it in again. And then we're going to pin along the top there to keep it all secure and in place. And then we're going to sew along that line. So we're just hemming it so the top is all nice and neat. We're going to do that on both sides, so both of the top edges. Next we're going to make our straps. So what we're going to do is lay our bag out on the table, and with our measuring tape we're going to measure from the bottom of the bag all the way up, adding some little extra length for the straps, all the way back down to the bottom. And that is how long our straps are going to be. Mine were about 50 inches long. So I cut my straps at 4 inches wide and 50 inches long. So with our fabric right sides together, we're going to close them together and we're going to pin and sew all the way down this open edge, and that's going to be closing our straps up so then we can secure them to the bag. Once we've sewn along the edge and we come to the end, we're going to pull that off and we're going to close up this gap here. So we're going to be finishing this off and sewing along that top line. Now we're going to turn these straps the right way round. So by feeding your finger through the fabric, you can push out the right side of the fabric. It is a little bit fiddly and some people use a safety pin to do this. However, these straps are thick enough to be able to do it yourself. So once you keep pulling, you can see the right side of the fabric coming through, and you can also see here the finished edge that we've just completed. So now on the other side of the strap, you should still have one open side. So what we're going to do is push that into itself, and we're going to pin that together and then sew that along outside. So then that means that both sides of the straps are closed together. So now place your bag on the table with the open edge at the top and the fold at the bottom. Get your straps. I just went and gave mine a quick iron so they're nice and crisp, and we're going to place these onto the bag where we want them to go. Have a bit of a fiddle around with them, make sure them are exactly how you want them to look. So I measured mine to make sure they were equal on each edge, and they were just about 4 inches on each side. Next we're going to pin the straps onto the bag, so make sure that when you're pinning, you're only pinning it onto one side of the fabric, because remember, on the other side we've got the other part of the bag which we're going to put straps onto as well. So we don't want them to stick together, so make sure when you're pinning it, you're only pinning it to that one side of the fabric. Once we've got the straps secured onto the first side of the bag, we're going to sew along the edge of the straps, securing it to the first side of the bag. We're also going to sew along the top of the bag, so around the outer edge, and we're also going to sew along the bottom so that the bottom of the bag is secure. We're going to repeat this on both sides, so both straps will be sewn on and ready to go. Once both straps are on the bag, you can then place the right sides together, and we're going to pin around the outer edges and then sew so the bag will be all enclosed. Once you've sewn along the edges, what we're going to be doing is flattening the bottom of the bag. So we're going to be giving the bag some depth in effect. So in order to do that, what you need to do is at the bottom of the bag, create 2 triangles on either side. These triangles will almost form a box shape at the bottom. So you can see there's a triangle. We're going to be pinning that, and what we're going to be doing is actually sewing along that. So once you've sewn along that yellow line, there you go, you can see the 2 triangles. You can actually chop that triangle off, so it should look something like this. And once you've done that, you've got your bag. It should have a little bit of depth to it, and it'll be perfect for going shopping and getting your groceries with. I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you'd like to find more, you can follow my sewing blog on Instagram at sewingforthesoul_.